All right. Action 5 Pro, right? Well, let me tell you guys something real quick. Everything I'm gonna say in this video really kind of applies to the Action 4 and the Action 5 Pro. They both can connect to the DJI Mic Mini and the Mic 2, but we're talking about Mic Mini in this video. They can both connect to the Mic Mini wirelessly. They can both connect to the Mic 2 or the Mic Mini with the receiver via 3.5 millimeter audio cable. You can use the USB-C connection of the actual Mic Mini's receiver and put them directly into the camera. So you guys have options, okay? And obviously the DJI microphones are optimized for DJI cameras. If you guys want to use the 3.5 millimeter cable or the 3.5 millimeter audio solution for the Action 5, the Action 4, and even the Action 3, you're gonna have to buy certain things like the microphone adapter that would go in the side of here. I don't have it with me right now because your boy was unprepared when he left his house this weekend. You're gonna probably need this cold shoe door right here from DJI. It's an Osmo cold shoe mount door. Okay, it comes out very easily, goes back in very easily. That's what you're gonna slide the receiver into via the cold shoe mount. Have the 3.5 millimeter cable go right into the microphone adapter that will go into the end where the USB-C port is, and you'll have a stable connection. If you use the Mic Mini with the Action 4 and Action 5, it will still be a stable connection. If you go wireless, you're not going to have any issues. It's going to be clean audio. But you guys are wanting to hear what that sound like, wired or wireless. Watch the video. All right, so we got the DJI Mic Mini wirelessly connected to the Action 5 Pro. This is how it sounds. We'll get up to highway speed real quick. All right, so highway speeds, windscreen is all the way up to my normal riding position. Let's bring it down. All right, so this is how it sounds at the lowest riding position, just so you guys have an idea. Now, the settings I have at the lowest, minus 12 decibels is where the lowest settings is. That's where I have it set right now. On the camera, the Action 5, you can actually change the settings. Same thing with the Action 4 camera. You can adjust the gain. You can put clipping control on, low cut on or off. There's a couple of LEDs. You can have it set to stay on, and then if it turns off, because there is a 15-minute cooldown, whereas if the microphone itself doesn't connect to a camera or anything within 15 minutes, it'll automatically shut off. You can turn that off so the microphone just stays on. And if you guys are on long road trips, that's what I recommend doing as far as your settings go, because then you don't have to worry about, dang, did the microphone turn off? All you got to do is put a timer on your watch or just in your head saying, okay, I started recording with this microphone at 8 o'clock in the morning. I know within 6 hours it should be dead, you know. And anytime you turn your camera on and off, especially with the Action 5 Pro, the microphone will connect automatically and very quickly. So this is kind of what it sounds like with noise cancellation off, straight wireless to the camera, no receiver. I'm going to take the microphone out of the helmet because as long as the camera is recording, you cannot change the audio settings while you're recording. If you want to do that while recording and not have to stop recording to change the noise cancellation option, you're going to have to do it with the microphone directly. So I'm gonna pull over. I may not need to pull over. I may be able to do this on the fly before I merge back. All right, we got noise cancellation on before I needed to get back on the interstate. Sweet deal. All right, so now you guys can hear what it sounds like. I need to do these with my riding shoes on so I'm not missing gears and stuff, over revving my engine. Okay, so this is how it sounds. The windscreen's at its normal ride height. We're gonna lower it down for you naked bike riders. This is how it's gonna sound roughly. It depends on your helmet. Remember I told you guys, if you guys are riding naked bikes, your helmet's gonna depend on how good your audio will sound when using this whole thing. You need a really good helmet that's gonna be quiet, and you need to make sure that microphone is placed somewhere where it's just gonna stay pretty quiet for you and your fans or your viewers that's gonna watch your video. So I'm gonna put the windscreen right back up, right? I don't really like the way noise cancellation sounds, so I'm gonna turn it off. And whether or not noise cancellation actually worked or not just now, I really don't know. But I like to do my test on a highway. There's a lot of motovloggers out there who will ride around their town. Their speeds never really get to that point where, you know, for you guys who like to go long distances, you guys can't really gauge on how it's gonna sound with your setup, because the guys that you're watching on YouTube aren't going up to the speeds that you may be wanting to ride. So I cover all speeds here. We're going to cover low speeds, we cover high speeds. If you guys have any video ideas, please leave it in the comments below. All right, we got the Action 5 Pro. Let's see, we're at highway speed, 73 miles an hour. Windscreen is up to its normal ride height. We're going to go down to the lowest for you action bike guys. This is how it sounds. Remember, the helmet is going to play a major role in how this audio comes out on your bike. We're going to go back up to normal ride height. Okay. Now, mind you, I can go higher with this bike, but see, what we're not going to do is, now we're going to turn noise cancellation on. I never can tell if it turns on with the receiver when connected to. I can never tell if noise cancellation actually turns on when the Action 5 is connected to the receiver. So this is how it sounds with noise cancellation on. Something to remember, guys, we're going to turn this thing around, and we're going to turn this around and we're going to talk a little bit more. Because we got some, you know what? We'll stay straight. We'll stay straight. We don't need to turn around. Let's turn the noise cancellation. All right. So, I want to talk to you guys about something. First of all, let me raise my windscreen all the way up so that we get the full silent treatment. So the Action 5, you know, when you connect with the 3.5 millimeter cable, something about direct connecting with microphones is just, it's really good. I guess I can lower the windscreen and then pull my visor down.
And so, what do you guys think? Did you hear a difference? The only difference I heard was when I turned noise cancellation on and off. And by the way, noise cancellation in this video was only used on low, because if you use high, it's a little too much noise canceling. Now, something you guys need to be aware of always is going to be your equipment. What type of motorcycle you're riding? What type of helmet do you have? Is it a quiet helmet? Do you have the mouth vents open or closed? When you close the vents in your helmet, it actually quiets up the audio. Mine were open in this video, just to be completely transparent. And I ain't want to be out there all day trying open visors, closed visors, or whatever the case may be. So you guys got to figure out, you know, it all depends on your equipment. You guys just heard the audio in my video, but that's based off of my equipment. That's based off of my motorcycle. I have a windscreen, I have a fairing. My windscreen can go like way high over my head and make my audio completely quiet. But then I wouldn't be doing you guys any justice if I rode like that. Now, if you guys are riding, let's say like a naked bike, and you're riding highway US interstate speed, 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour, the audio is important, your helmet's gonna be important, but most importantly, the program you use to edit your videos is gonna be the most important thing for you. You guys are gonna have to figure out your equipment, whether you're using a laptop, a computer, whatever the case may be, a tablet. I use a tablet to edit my videos. The editing software you use is going to really help you guys out with your audio, okay? This is something motovloggers don't really talk about because it's such an extensive topic to get into, you know? I can't cover that topic in a short video. You guys are gonna need to be attentive and gonna have to be willing to just sit down and watch through that type of stuff. There's a lot of information that goes into getting that cleaned up audio in your videos. The best you can do is put a windsock on, put the microphone in the best position you can, close all of your vents. There are some scenarios where having your actual visor on your helmet is more beneficial than having it closed. What I would tell you to do is, if you think your motorcycle is challenging as hell already, you have a naked motorcycle, you don't have a windscreen, you're riding on the interstate, speeds above 45, 50 miles an hour, I would tell you guys, do not use noise cancellation. Hide the microphone as much as you can. Obviously put a windsock, and pick a really good editing program to edit your videos. Use the noise cancellation in that program, and that'll be your best bet as far as getting good audio for your videos. If you use noise cancellation in the microphone and then go into your editing software and try to use noise cancellation there, now you have two different types of noise cancellation trying to cancel the noise, and your audio is going to be completely trash. That's just a short answer to that. If you guys have any questions, put it in the comments below. I almost always keep all of these cameras and microphones. I almost always have them with me close by. So if I don't know the answers immediately, I can pull the equipment out and tamper and tinker to get you guys the answer that you need, the most effective answer, the most accurate answer. So get over there in the comments below, in the description. Look in the description. There's going to be a link to G's Moto. That's one of my biggest supporters. She's been always there helping me out, encouragement. She's new to motovlogging, she's new to YouTube, so get over there and help her out. Constructive criticism is always welcome, even on my channel. If there's something I need to add in my videos or take out of my videos, let me know in the comments below, okay? I'm always trying to improve what I got going on over here. But get over there and do the same thing with her, okay? She's just getting videos out, so just bear with her. She lives in southern Texas in the Houston area, so if you guys live down there, you need a riding partner, or you kind of want to help her out with riding, go over there and check her out. That's pretty much all I got, man. You know, it's just, these cameras can get expensive, but if you want the cheapest option, go on and get you the Mic Mini. You don't necessarily need the receiver. If you have other cameras and you don't want to have to buy multiple microphones for the other cameras, then get the one with the receiver, or get the two microphones and one receiver. Me personally, I always recommend getting two microphones with the one receiver, because when you're motovlogging, if you're on a long motorcycling trip, you can turn the microphones or go into settings, set the microphones to stay on and never turn off. That way, when you put it in your helmet, you never have to worry about making sure that the microphone is on because it turned off after 15 minutes of not being connected to your camera. You know, sometimes you might turn your camera off and your microphone after 15 minutes of not being connected is going to turn off. So to avoid that, you can set the microphones to stay on until the battery dies. Meanwhile, the other microphone is in the charging case being charged up. And then when that time comes, when you need to go in and swap the microphones because the battery didn't die, you put the new microphone in that's freshly charged, take the one that just died, put it in the microphone, in the charging case, and you can just rotate microphones like that. That's just my opinion, okay? Right now, you're listening to me on a Hollyland Lark M2S with no noise cancellation. Volume is on 2, connected to my Sony ZV-1 that you guys are watching me on right now. And this is how it sounds on a relatively windy, this ain't even relatively, this is windy today. This is a windy day. And yeah, shout outs to Hollyland, make a really good microphone. Anyways, Jay on the Segway, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. I am doing this exact same formatted video with a whole bunch of different cameras. So if you guys are having another camera like an Ace Pro 2, Insta360 X3 to X4, I do not have the X5. I decided not to get it, but Insta360 has released a microphone like the DJI Mic Mini. I had to get it, man. I had to get it. So if you guys are having Insta360 cameras, the action cameras, you want to kind of see what those audio options or what that audio option sound like, get over here, subscribe, hit the like button on this video, okay? And hit the notification bell so you know when that video comes out, because as soon as I get that microphone, it is on like and pop, and we get in there like swimwear, y'all. But Insta360, if you guys are watching this video, look, man, you see that cold shoe door right there on this Action 5? Hold on, get in the sun. You see that? We need that for the Ace Pro 2 and any future action cameras you guys put out. Why can't we have a cold shoe door for the battery door? All right, thanks for watching. Peace.